Sup guys? Hey, it's Sarah, and I just did the color run. I mean, if it wasn't obvious. I hope this is enough proof for you guys. And you might be thinking, like, why didn't you just change out of all this stuff before you did it? And I'm just gonna say right here, it would take too long. And I think I like this look. Working it. So yeah, I'm like, why not just change up my style a little bit and just make a video in this attire? I feel like 2013 Harry with this. Okay, so here's the latest news that's been happening in the past couple days. Okay, so there's been a lot of hashtags going around on Twitter. One was Harry in Dunkirk, and the other one was Project Home Louis Day, or Project Home Harry Day, or just Project Home 024 Day. But regarding the Harry in Dunkirk one, there's been a lot of rumors going around that Harry's going to be in this new movie called Dunkirk. It's like a World War II film, and people have been saying that Harry has to cut his hair short for this film because... Oh my god. So yeah, she did it with me. She was my TGF.
Temporary girlfriend. I'm looking for more permanent, so help me up. Hit me up if you want that ass.
Okay, anyway, so it's been said that Harry has to cut his hair for this film, and I do not want him to cut his hair. Like, I think Harry said he's only gonna cut his hair once it gets to 9 inches because he wants to grow it for charity, which is beautiful. But I feel like Harry's gonna get too scared to cut it. Like, I don't think he's gonna get it really short. He might just like get it to his shoulders or something. I have no idea. Or maybe they'll just like put his hair up into like this bald cap kind of thing and make him wear like a wig. I just really don't want him to cut it. I also don't mind if Harry's going to be in this movie like pursuing some acting career, but I hope the media doesn't make him out to be this person who's like, oh, I'm ditching One Direction, I'm ditching the band, and I'm just going to be an actor now, screw everything else that got me to this fame life. I don't want them to portray Harry that way. Just because Harry might be in a movie, I don't want them to portray him like as this asshole figure now. And then there's been Project Home, and a lot of people are like, I don't know what this is. It's basically like Project No Control, but on some of the days we were showing our appreciation for Louis, sometimes it would be Harry or Liam or Niall or the whole band, and people would be sharing pictures. People are setting their profile pictures to like Project Home things. Some people are making it about Larry, some people aren't. With me, I'm just kind of going with it. If you look on my Twitter, my header is the Project Home picture. This just shows how powerful our fandom is. Okay, now on to pictures of Louis. Okay, as we know, we've been getting all these pictures of Louis. It seems like he's out every day and he's either with Freddie or with Brianna or Danielle. But there were some specific pictures that we got that people were questioning. People were saying that in the pictures, Louis looked happy at first and then he was on the phone, and after the phone call, he looked sad or like he was crying or something. And then people said the Pat pictures stopped. So this says, okay, call me crazy, this is just a thought. What if he got a call about the paternity test results? Could this be ending? This says it's the last time Louis will be seen with Freddie. Last pap walk, last articles. This person says the phone call might have been about that it's not his baby or negative paternity test results. Basically, it is the end of all the bullshit. I think it's time. This person says the moment he got off the phone call and his face changed, the pat picture stopped. I think this is it. This says his expression changed so quickly after the phone call. And this says Louis Tomlinson's girlfriend doesn't seem happy to be out with him and Freddie Rain. So yeah, there's been a lot of speculation of this. I don't know what this means. I don't know what his changed expression meant, what the phone call was about, if the paternity test results were negative, if that's even what it was about. All I say is that we'll know in time. All we can do for now is just guess. But I like how there were some articles coming out saying that Danielle didn't look happy with Louis. Also, speaking of pictures of Danielle and Louis, they were spotted at Coachella. And some of the pictures were, you know, like of Louis kissing Danielle on the cheek. That was on his Instagram, and they looked so happy. And then there were other pictures of just Louis sitting next to Danielle. It looked like they got in a fight or something and they looked bored, and people say that they saw Louis go off and do his own thing and Danielle was not even near him. So there's mixed things that people are saying. Some people said that it was all an act, that Louis looked happy around Danielle, like that whole kissing picture was a stage thing, like someone asked them to do that. So we weren't there. We can't say whether Louis was happy or not, but a lot of people are saying that they went to Coachella and they saw that Louis wasn't even hanging out with her, and when they did do cute pictures, it was just for that moment, and then after that they just went their separate ways, or they didn't look as happy. But can we talk about Louis's legs? Like, this was a picture and someone zoomed in and these were his legs. They look better than mine. But yeah, there were also other pictures of Louis at Coachella with his friends. It seemed like Louis was having a really fun time with them. So yeah, people can't say, oh, the reason why Louis might have looked sad in some pictures with Danielle is because he didn't want people to take his picture, or maybe it was just the day. No, because Louis looks so happy with his guy friends. How come he couldn't do that face with Danielle? But you know, I'm not gonna analyze it any further because I'm always going to get a negative reaction back like, no, but he kissed her on the cheek. I know so many gay guys who kiss girls on the cheek. But you know what, I'm not gonna justify anything. That's not what this video is about. Also, TMZ made a new tweet and they said the mystery that One Direction fans have been blogging about and Dax Holt will end Babygate for Louis Tomlinson. I don't know, sometimes I ignore TMZ because I think they just type stuff to get attention or retweets or likes. Also, another thing that happened, if you go on Felicity's Instagram, which is Louis' sister, if you go through who she follows, she actually followed a Larry account on Instagram. The account is called LarryTime 2016 and they have 379 followers, but they only have one picture of Louis and Harry. And under their picture it says Larry is real. So we don't know if she followed this account when it looked like this, or if the person changed the account to look like this after they got followed by Fizzy. Personally, I think Fizzy just followed this Larry account as it was. I don't think the person would have changed their account into a Larry account right after Fizzy followed them. But yeah, it's weird, the account only has one picture, and she would have known she followed a Larry account because literally the title has Larry in it and the profile picture is a picture of them, so it's not like she just followed someone not knowing. And this is why I love being in the Larry fandom. Louis posted this picture on Instagram, and if you look through the comments, everybody, and I mean everybody, was posting blue and green hearts for Harry and Louis. Like, the picture had nothing really to do with Larry, but people were just doing this, and I'm sure people who weren't even Larry shippers were doing it because they just wanted to follow the trend. But literally, if you look throughout every single comment, all you see is blue and green hearts. So Louis obviously would see it because everyone's doing it. I don't know if he would know what it means. Like, I don't know if Louis would look at it and be like, oh, green and blue, that means me and Harry or something. But I just think like that's how powerful our fandom is, and we're not being annoying. Like, what's annoying about just like putting a bunch of blue and green hearts? Like, if anything, it's so cool. So guys, this is kind of just proof to keep your belief in Larry alive and not believe in all the bullshit, because this is just even more proof that you shouldn't believe in that whole Louis and Danielle thing, because this is what people witnessed at Coachella or wherever they were. It says, Louis and Danielle at Coachella today. Security said no photos right now. Please retweet instead of reposting. However, another fan claimed that she spotted them arguing and that she saw Danielle put on her sunglasses to hide her tears. A tweet says, when you're getting lit and Louis is dancing next to you, and then you notice Louis and Danielle arguing and then she's crying and puts on her sunglasses right after. They said, OMG, I was too scared to ask for a pic because Danielle was all crying and stuff. Louis is literally a foot away from me. She says that she wasn't close enough to hear why they were fighting, but doesn't think that it was a big deal. She says, I don't know, wasn't close enough to hear. I'm sure they're okay now though. It says this count is unconfirmed, so we don't know what really happened. Obviously, we hope that they weren't fighting. I mean, they said the account is unconfirmed, so they could have been making it up. But I don't know, whether they're a couple or not, like couples fight, friends fight, it doesn't really validate anything. I mean, heck, I think Louis and Harry have fought so many times too. Oh, also I forgot to add this other opinion. This person says, I was at Coachella last night when Louis and Danielle were together, and I can't believe how people think they're together. They look so off. Louis looked so sad and preferred to talk to his friends while Danielle was talking and flirting with one of Louis' friends. Louis was on his phone all day texting and ignoring Danielle, and the selfie was so off. They just took it because his bodyguard asked him to, and then Louis went to watch Guns N' Roses while Danny went to watch something else with her friends. So like, it's okay for Louis and Danielle, whether they're a couple or not, it's okay for them to go off with their own friends. They don't have to be with each other the whole time at an event. So that doesn't really validate anything for me. But the fact that this girl said that Danielle was flirting with other guys and like Louis' friends, I mean, she could have been doing it jokingly, but you kind of don't do that if you are together. Like, my brother and his girlfriend have been dating for 3 years and they go off and do their own thing. They don't spend all their time with each other, but they don't like flirt with other people. And when they do a selfie, their selfie isn't off. They actually look genuinely happy together. But if you guys really want to know my whole opinion about this, I don't think Louis hates Danielle. I think every girl that Louis has been with, whether it's like real or just a beard, he doesn't hate them. Like, I think they're genuinely his friends. If Louis hated Danielle, I really don't think that they would have went to Coachella together. People might think that Modest forced them to go to events together, but I think Louis is at the stage in his life where he does have a say and he does have control over things he does. Not total control, but I think he can decide who he goes to Coachella with. And I think Danielle is maybe a part of the guys. Like, I think they're like a group of friends. And maybe a part of the contract is said that they had to do like a kiss or something and make it staged. So what I'm saying is Louis does not hate her and Danielle does not hate Louis. I just don't think that they're together. I don't wish for two people to fight no matter who they are. I just hope that Louis is happy. And I said that in all my other videos. And usually I would say that if Louis looked happy with Danielle, okay, I'm cool with that. But the fact that Louis really doesn't look happy with her most of the time, then I really can't say Louis looks happy. But then again, I'm not even in Louis's life, so I really don't feel comfortable making all these opinions about him and his life. Like guys, it's okay for us to like analyze and all this stuff, but I feel like soon, like really, we're gonna have to kind of back down just a little bit, because soon Louis is going to get married and go on with his life, maybe outside of One Direction, whether he's married to Harry or not, and we just have to accept that. I still ship Larry 100%, don't get me wrong. I'm just saying that I think it could be unhealthy to invest our whole entire life and time into the privacy of these boys. Their whole life isn't private, and I understand that, but some things should be kept private. Also, the other thing I hate is how the media kind of exaggerates everything and they make a big deal about everything. I know we do this too, but the media just seems way different about it. So even though we got that kissing picture of Louis and Danielle, even though it was on the cheek, an article came out saying Danielle Campbell kisses Louis Tomlinson for the first time ever in public. Like, oh my god, it's such a big deal. Like, for real, even if Louis and Danielle were a couple, why would this article even be necessary? Like, oh, they kissed for the first time in public. You make them sound like they're 12. It just sounds so weird. Also, speaking of articles, another one that pissed me off that had nothing to do with Louis or any of that bullshit, it was about Harry. They said, Harry the Horrible. Yeah, okay, I know media, I know that may sound cute to you because you're saying Harry the Horrible, but it's not cute. I'm not even going to read it, but I'm basically going to tell you guys that they're making him sound even more like a womanizer. They're using his nice, charming self and twisting that into something that's like man-whorish, and they're exaggerating his behaviors and they're making him seem like he can't control his dick. And just the title is horrible itself. Harry is not the horrible one, it's this article and it's the people who wrote this article. And I really hope Harry doesn't see this. I know he's seen other articles about himself, he's even heard it about himself, people have even told him it in interviews. I'm sure he just brushes it off now, but it's just disgusting. And here's another example, another article about Harry. It says Harry Styles wants public romance with Kendall. And I find this funny because even in the article they talk about, well, Kendall has this other boyfriend, so they acknowledge that Kendall is with another guy, but they still go on to say that Harry wants romance with Kendall. So they're doing like this love triangle thing and it doesn't make sense at all. Their only proof of Harry and Kendall was probably that January boat trip. Wow, that was such a long time ago. And also another thing that's bullshit. It says Louis Tomlinson baby mama Brianna Jungwirth planning baby number 2 asked $84,000 monthly for child support. She just sounds like some money monger. I don't know if you guys know this, but they actually had an interview with Ashley. I think it's like Brianna's friend or cousin or something. I don't know, she has some relation to Brianna. But they asked her all these questions and she was basically saying like, yeah, everyone thinks that all we want is money and we're so greedy, like we're like the Kardashians, but really we're not. Like, she was basically defending the whole thing, making them seem like such sweet people. Maybe they are. But every time I read a headliner about Brianna, it's just, it sounds like the exact opposite. And really, they just had Freddie. He's like, what, 2 to 3 months, and Louis is gonna be going back to the band soon. I think he should not have 2 kids. If Louis can barely take care of 1 baby and he looks miserable around it, he does not deserve to have 2 kids. I'm sorry, I think it's too much for both of them. And this is not to be taken to offense, but I think they're not really ready. I think this was all a mistake. They don't seem that responsible yet. They're just at a time in their life where I think it was bad planning. So they already have 1 kid. They should just stick with that, be responsible with that. They should not even think about 2 kids. I think that would be the worst decision. So I think this article is just trying to get people hyped for everything. Yeah, Brianna's like, I even have a favorite name picked out, but it's secret for when I have a baby girl someday. So there's probably more stuff that's been going on, but that's pretty much it. Still the same old shit, but a different day. One Direction warned us. Anyway, if I missed anything, I'll just mention it in my next video. So like always, I make a video whenever I want, so like and subscribe. All my social media is down in the description, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.
Nobody can drag me down.